Claude is unbeatable for design when you have the right MCPs connected. So in today's tutorial, I'm going to show you how to connect Claude to Gamma to generate all your content, infographics, and designs so you can have 4K output like this, and you will never have to leave Claude. Initially for the prompting and design. And then when you want to make it 10 times better, I'm going to show you how to utilize Gamma's Imagine and Gamma Agent to improve the output that you generated on Claude. To be able to do this, you need access to 3 things. The first thing that you're going to need is a Claude AI plan. So you can go to claude.com/pricing to be able to see the different plans. You've got free, pro, or max. I use the max plan. The second thing that you're going to need is the Gamma.app plan. So there's 4 plans. There's free, plus, pro, and ultra. I personally use the ultra one because I'm on Gamma all the time. And the final thing that you're going to need is this Gamma Design Claude Skill. I built this. This is a prompt guide which is interactive within Claude once you install it, and I'm going to show you how to use this for today's tutorial. The very first step is connecting the Gamma MCP to Claude. The way that you do this is go into Claude AI. On your menu on the left-hand side, you want to click Customize, and then you want to click Connectors, and then click Add, Browse Connectors. This will give you a list of all the connectors available, and you want to click Gamma. You can click on this to have a good read in terms of everything that it can do, and then you just want to hit Connect. Gamma will ask you for permission to integrate with Claude, and it will break down everything that it can do within Claude, which is creating gammas in your workspace, reading gammas, being able to list folders and list themes. If you're comfortable with that, which you should be, just click Allow. And you can see on the top right-hand corner of the Claude page, it says connected to Gamma. So we're just going to do a really quick test to see if it works. Just by going into the prompt box, click the plus sign, click Connectors, and you can see that Gamma is toggled on. So that's step 1 out the way. Step number 2 is installing the Claude Skill. This Claude Skill has 52 interactive prompts that are built in within Claude that's going to help you create all your Gamma designs. To download this, you just want to go to zachdarius.com/gamma/skill. The link is in the description below. And then you can either go through and read how the whole entire thing works, or alternatively, you can just go ahead and click download this Claude Skill. This will automatically save to your computer. Step number 3 is installing the Claude Skill. Very similar to how we installed the Claude connector for Gamma. You want to go back to Claude, click Customize, click Skills, and then click Add Skill, upload a skill. And then wherever that downloaded skill file that you just downloaded is, you just want to either drag and drop it, or you want to upload it by clicking the upload button. Once it is uploaded, you'll be able to see on your list of skills, it's right there. So to test if it actually works, all you want to do is hit /gamma, and then you can see this over here, and then just hit enter. And within a matter of seconds, you can see the Gamma skill is now interactive and active within your Claude chat. So you can click any of these prompts that you want, any of these categories that you want, to be able to see all the prompts that are included. So that's the business prompts. These are the sales and client acquisition prompts. Over here, we've got content and personal brands, and there's a few more that you can choose from. You can customize your own prompts, so you can just type in exactly what you want Claude to design within Gamma. Alternatively, if you don't want to click here before you choose a category, you can just click expand, and then you can just tab through all the prompts that are available for you. As I mentioned, the whole purpose of AI is to improve your productivity. So hopefully this is going to help you generate designs a lot quicker. If you don't want to use the Claude skill, that is absolutely fine. Just open up a new conversation within Claude and just start typing whatever you want it to design within Gamma. You don't even need to specifically say create a Gamma pitch deck, because the MCP has been developed in a really intelligent way that it picks up the signals, so it knows Claude should start using this MCP. One recommendation I just want to give you, if you're not going to use the prompt Claude skill and you're just going to go ahead and type, always ask Claude for the prompt first before you just ask it, go ahead and design this. This way you can make tweaks before the initial design is being created. So here's an example of this. I opened up a new chat in Claude and I just began typing, I want to create a Gamma design pitch deck for a client that will break down my entire services. Just hypothetical, Google team is currently looking for an AI implementation. So take a look at the services I offer on zachdarius.com, which is my website, then write a prompt that once I approve, you will use it to create the Gamma design. Then it begins going through the website, pulls off all the statistics, and creates a draft of the prompt for me to review. Then it asks for certain things that it missed. I confirmed that it got points 2 to 6 correct. Just the first one, I had to be specific in terms of what team to go ahead and target. Claude will then reconfirm the final version of the prompt, and then within a matter matter of seconds, you will see it live within the chat. Your deck for Gamma is being generated. We can see in the chat that Claude has built 15 cards within Gamma. So to be able to review it and edit it, just click the Edit in Gamma button and then open it in an external link. We're now in the Gamma presentation preview page, and just by having a look at the splash page, pretty impressed. It got everything that I needed it to say on the front page, which should always be very minimal. And the next page, Why Most Enterprise AI Rollout Store, is actually quite genius. I didn't prompt it to do that, but it understands that Google is an enterprise company. I'm pitching AI implementation. It just connected the dots together really well. The opportunity for workspace GTM, nice. AI sales playbook build. So it took this from my website. AI powered outbound systems, again from the website. It also got some cases there. 38% reply rate. I love that. That's fantastic. Custom automations, team training and workshops. So the 4 core things that we offer, offshore SDR programs, and our full process, which is pretty impressive. And then it puts in the proof of work, an overview of the tech stack that we use, and 3 different engagement options, the timeline, and why us. And now I'm going to show you how easy it is to use the Gamma Claude Skill. So I'm going to go ahead and start a new chat in Gamma and just type /Gamma. I'm going to wait a minute for the interface to load, and then I'm going to select the first category, which is business strategy, and I'll just select the first one, business model visual map. So this is the prompt. It's already automatically copied. I'm going to paste it here, and it's going to break down, use this exact prompt, ask me to fill in every bracket at one time, show the complete prompts to conform, and then build in Gamma. So the actual prompt is embedded in the background. This is then an overview of which prompts to use, and then it just gives it some precise instructions. I'm going to go ahead and hit send, and it read through the prompt and it identified there are 3 areas that I needed clarity on. So I've provided it with my service offering, what industry I tap into, and what my primary offer is. I've asked it to provide me with the final prompt for me to approve. I've reviewed it, and then I've just said yes, and within a matter of seconds, it's populated everything within Gamma. So let's take a look at that. So page 1 covers how we help people and what we do, and it gives a quick snapshot of our reach on the internet, which is pretty cool. Part 2 shows the 2 verticals. We work with founders and teams and with AI brands. I like that. The next page is real metrics from 2 campaigns that we've done, one for sales automation, another one for creator partnerships. The next page is how the entire workflow works. What I really like is if someone isn't ready for a full engagement, there's some smaller items that they can tap into first. And it's always nice to give your prospects that option so they don't get blown away by a large price. And the best tools that we use for our sales automation and implementation is already listed there. I love that. What you can generate from a full engagement, that's fantastic. And then a nice call to action, right? Which isn't actually a call to action. That's pretty impressive. It just says, are you ready to build yours? And it just shows a diagram of how it will work for you. And that was designed with Claude and Gamma. I had very minimal input. All I did was provide it with information. It took it away and it created something beautiful. For the final part of this tutorial, I'm going to show you how to make phenomenal designs using Gamma Imagine and then how to edit them with Gamma Agent. So for the very first step, we're going to go to Gamma's homepage and then we're going to tap that Create New AI button. We're going to scroll down to the Create with Agent and then we're going to select just one of the templates. We can create something custom, but I'm just going to go ahead and choose a template. Let's go for the Make an Onboarding Deck from our training doc. And I have just a document. It's a Gamma step-by-step guide. I've uploaded the document and now I'm just going to send to AI. So the agent has now read the document. It's going to ask me a couple of questions. And because of the fact that it's a step-by-step guide, it's asking me if it wants to cover all 3 methods, which are agent generated and templates, or just do one or both of them, or customize it. I'm going to click all 3 elements. And now it's beginning to outline how each slide should look, which is fantastic. And while we wait for the outline to populate, we can take a look at all the visuals and content that is available over here. We can choose specific themes if we want to, or change the title pages or anything like that whatsoever. We can also either create AI images for this presentation, or we can go ahead and upload our own images if we wanted to. So Gamma Agent has now broken down absolutely everything. We have 11 slides and it's taken the best bits of the training doc. And now I'm going to go ahead and just hit generate. And within 5 seconds, Gamma's agent is already beginning to do the work. My hands are not touching the computer whatsoever. It's doing all of this using the Gamma agent, which is phenomenal. It's going to begin by populating all of the text and structuring it in the right places for us. And then it's going to pick a theme for us automatically. That's when we're going to go ahead and jump into the agent and do the edits. And once we get there, you're going to love it. Our Gamma has now finished generating, as you can see on the top. So we've got the splash page, an intro into what Gamma is, pick the right creation methods, how to create with agent. and all of this great stuff, which is pretty much step-by-step as I detailed in the document. So this is absolutely fantastic. Now we're going to go ahead and make some edits with the agent. To begin editing with Gamma's agent, just click the agent icon on the top right-hand corner of your design, and then just use the agent to tell it whatever you want it to change. You can either select a specific slide that you want it to edit, and it will understand what to edit, or you just click out of the frame and then just tell it what you want. So I'm going to write, please use the Gamma brand guide across the deck and utilize the free logo assets I've attached to this message. So I'm going to go ahead and paste the brand guide. That's one. And I've also attached the free logos I want it to utilize. And again, within a matter of seconds, Gamma has applied the entire brand guide across the deck. It's also utilizing the sources that are provided to it, which is fantastic. Let's wait a second and see what else it does. The agent has added the text logo on the very first page, which I like. It added the floating G on page 2. It changed the style of the boxes to be on brand with Gamma. It added a screenshot of the Create with Agent, which is fantastic. And in the generate section, it used 4 different options that it has. And now on page 3 is where we're going to do a little bit more editing. It didn't use a specific image for the templates page. So I'm going to show you how to go ahead and change that image. I'm going to click on the image, going to click this edit image icon, and then I'm going to click edit image. And then on the very top where it says AI images, I'm going to upload the image from my computer. I know exactly which one to use. That's the template I'm going to utilize. And that looks great. I like that. Let's continue going through. It's done overall, it's done a fantastic job, and it's also put the same logo that it used on the very first page it used at the bottom, but I would like it to utilize the other logo that I provided to it. So I'm going to click edit again, edit image, upload image, replace image, and I'm going to use the megaphone image this time just to make it stand out a little bit more. So this was really good, but we're going to make one final tweak just to make it pop a little bit more. We're going to click on agent, and then we're going to write, this was great, but can you implement a faint black gradient throughout each slide just to make it pop a little. And we're going to go ahead and send that. And there we go. It did exactly what I asked for, which is what I needed. So that's amazing. Within a matter of seconds, I generated the deck and I edited it, and I also changed the images around. You can do anything with Gamma Agent if you just get creative and put your mind to it. And that's it. In under 10 minutes, you've just learned how to connect Gamma to your AI of choice, leverage and install the AI prompt library, create phenomenal designs using Gamma Agent, and now you know how to edit with Gamma as well. It really is a great tool, and I recommend this over to you now to go to zachdavis.com/Gamma, download all the free resources, sign up for Gamma, and start getting creative and design something phenomenal. See you soon. Bye.